Unreal Engine. You've seen it in TV shows, news broadcast, video games, obviously. What can it do for us as composite photographers? So how you doing, guys? I'm Dan Fostel with Fostel Studios. I've jumped into Unreal Engine here to show you what I do with Unreal Engine to build backgrounds for composite images. So I'm by no means an expert of Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is, I'll be honest, not a very forgiving program to beginners, but there is a ton of information out there for Unreal Engine, YouTube videos, tutorials, so it is learnable. So what I've got loaded up here is I've been working on my Selene shoot. And this is one of the pictures, that we've been working on in the other Photoshop. So this is just let me actually slow that motion down a little bit here so I'm not flying around so fast on you. So this is just a flat piece of cardboard, essentially, that I put in the middle of my scene that I built here with my model. And then I've got a little light that I placed out in front. So what this is the way I build these is I have these assets from Kitbash 3D, and I'll show you some different scenes. But these are models, 3D models that I can move around, frame up different shots, and build a scene for what I want to see. Let me actually speed that up a little bit and should take you out to see my moon. Now, Unreal Engine is incredibly powerful at building different worlds and scenes. So right now, this is just a basic one. That moon is actually the same thing. That's just a piece of cardboard hanging out there as a set piece with a blue light hanging in front of it. And I can show you real fast what that looks like, with the lighting. It's literally just a, prop piece. So I've got this back here. I've got this little courtyard in the center. Now I've got some little lights in the windows. And what I'll use this for is, let me bring up over on here on my other screen, I have what I'm looking at through this camera right here. So this is a little cinematic camera actor right there. And this is showing what the camera is rendering. So when you go into the camera settings here, let me go back to that one so you can see the settings a little better. Let me move my face out of the way. So over here, we have the camera settings, so I can tell it exactly what that camera is. It's a 16:9 digital film. What type of lens, where the focal point is. The manual focal distance, which right now I have it aimed right at my model because that's where I'm going to put the model in the final composite image. I can also set what very important here is the current focal length. So I know that I shot this picture at 24 millimeters to get that, surreal guns kind of coming out of the page, that the guns are real big. I shot that at 24 millimeters. So I'm going to shoot my background at the same field of view so that everything automatically blends up in Photoshop. It's absolutely amazing. So we'll switch this over to lit and get rid of that little box there. So basically how I do this, and you can see that the camera even has a little bit of tilt because I was playing around with it and decided that I wanted that little bit of tilt to add to that kind of distressing, almost surreal viewpoint. I'm going to pause it real quick, and I'll throw a different camera in here because I don't want to mess up this particular shot. But I'll throw a different camera in and show you how I can move those cameras around and frame these shots. Okay, I'm back with you. I've now brought a second camera into this video, and you can see my lovely camera rig there. Now, over in the settings for this one, I'm going to say, this one's set at, let's select our camera actor there, film back, universal, current focal length, current aperture. Let's go, say we're working on 50 millimeters with a shoot. So let's get this back to unlit just to save a little bit of processing power. So I'm mainly looking at this scene over here on the right side of your screen. And what I'm going to do is I can just fly around with this camera. Yeah, just using my arrow keys, moving the camera up and down. And I can frame up shots that I want to bring into, now that this whole scene is built, I can take unlimited amounts of photos within that scene and bring them into Photoshop to composite into different pieces of work. So here's a little, I can come over here and look through the courtyard. If I wanted to, I could come up here, and I actually might do this. I've actually set up a second shot here where I have a model, and obviously the moon's in a little bit of the bad position for this one. But I've got another scene here. See, it looks like I prepped something. There we are. So I don't actually have a light. Yes, I do. No, I don't. All right, so I don't have a light on the front. That's just a model placeholder because I was seeing how it looked. But, so yeah, over here in the cinematic view, or even, let's pull it up on this big one so you can see. So I'm going to look through that second camera. And now I can frame up a new shot. Yeah, maybe get that moon in a good place. I'd have to move this moon up like this. And obviously I'd have to move its light as well. But then I have a second shot rendered, and I can bring that one into Photoshop as well to put my model here. And, turning her off would, when I render the shot, I'd obviously turn her off, turn off all the little sprites and, things that are telling me where my lights are. So that's one scene. That's what I'm going to be doing with the Selene shoot, is I'm going to be rendering this shot right here. So now that I've got it all framed up, I've got it how I like it. I'd turn her off, and I'd get rid of all these little sprites. I've got a little bit of work to do over there to make sure those render out right. But that's my basic background for the Selene shoot. I just want to show you some different... so the thing with Universal or Unreal Engine is the universal ability of it. So it can build anything you want, from an alien planet to a meadow during the daytime with trees and animals running around. Let me pause it real quick, and I'm going to bring up a second scene to show you some of the versatility of this engine. All right, so that took a long time because Unreal Engine has to build new shaders and build the lighting. So this is the new level that I brought you guys into. This was actually built by somebody for Epic Games as a demonstration of Unreal Engine 5. But as we kind of walk around here, you can kind of see, any of these spots, you can place a camera and get some pictures of these like beautiful porch out here with the ocean going in the background. That's an absolutely lovely shot there. Yeah, we have this front room. This is called Sun Temple. There's another neat hallway back here. So you could throw a camera actor in here and render one of these shots from this hallway here. So whatever you can come up with, you build it in this Unreal Engine, you could render it, and everything's ready to go for you. Let me pull in one more level for you to show you something else here. Okay, and coming back, finally got this loaded in. So this is just another example of a scene that you could do. This is the salt flats. So you could render this. You could change the time of day on this one, make it dusk, make it. I'd have to find the. Okay, we don't want the mountains. Calibration. Scene atmosphere. Have to figure out how this one was built. Okay, I played around with that for a little bit, and like I said, I'm not the best at Unreal Engine, but I don't believe I know how to change this. So I'm going to bring up one more example for you guys just to show you the sunset and how you can move around that sun actor. So hold on 1 second for me, and I'll bring that up. All right, I'm back with you one more time. So this is just a basic level that I brought in here just to show you how you can change. Now there's no clouds or atmosphere or anything built into this level. And our sun's over there, but I just want to show you how you can change the scene. Now daytime scenes, you can go from sunset, you can go to high noon, you can move that around for latitude, longitude, kind of set up for if you wanted to replicate lighting in a particular space. But I just wanted you to see over here with this solar time. Let's go look at our sun. So you can actually set this so that sun's on the horizon, the sun's below the horizon, going towards nighttime. Oop, let's bring that sun back in the sky, or you could bring it back up. So Unreal Engine is very good at simulating those different times of day so that you can set your scene exactly how you want it. So anyway, that's basically how I use Unreal Engine to build some backgrounds for my composite photography. Now, the assets that I usually use are from a company called Kitbash 3D. Let me pull up the website here for you guys. So this is Kitbash 3D, and I have no affiliation with them. I pay for all the models and stuff I want. But when you go into Kitbash here, they have all these different styles of pieces, models, that you can purchase and then bring into Unreal Engine. This is 90% of what I use. So that one that we were using with the Selene shoot was the Dark Fantasy Kit. So it gives you all these little Legos or building blocks that you can bring in any one of these pieces to build out your scene, and then you put your lighting in and move things around. So another one that I'm going to be working with in the future here is this Elysium Kit. So Elysium's got this like ethereal palace, sky palace type vibe going on. I'm excited to be working with this one as well. So anyway, just wanted to explain where I got those assets was Kitbash 3D. So I'm Dan Fostel with Fostel Studios. I know we're pressed on time. If there's anything more you guys want to see, if you guys want to see more of how I set up these scenes in Unreal Engine and how I render out the frames, let me know. But for now, I'll sign off and hope you guys learned something. Take care.